Joining me in studio, we have an entrepreneur who's also a creative and an author. He'll be sharing with us his experiences and knowledge about writing and the entrepreneurial world. We have Adam Rabinowitz. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you.
Adam, please tell us about your book and what it's about.
Well, the book is called How to Create, Manage, Fix and Grow Your Small Business. And it contains a lot of tips and some useful material for small businesses who are starting out, small businesses who have been around for a while and need some extra help in terms of growing or organizing themselves so they don't have periods of crisis and chaos, and reasonably established business who want to consolidate themselves for the next stage of growth.
And out of all the lessons that you've learned, which is the one that stands out the most for you?
I think probably the most effective thing that I've learned and put into practice has been the discipline of identifying and implementing solid systems in my business. It's been the one that's allowed the business to grow and double over time. So if I could give one piece of advice to any entrepreneur out there, understand the systems that you have in your business, make them solid, make them reliable, and work on your business rather than being an employee in your business.
And reading up on you, we saw that you've done your MBA actually. Now, what influence has that had on your writing?
Apart from the fact that I did the entire MBA by accident, I learned a lot of information in that MBA that was really critical to shaping and growing my business. Totally different mindset of the approach that I used in my business as well. But all of those gems of knowledge, the relevant ones to small business, now come through in the book. So if you can ask in a single question, was it helpful? Definitely. Is it necessary? It's not for everybody. But some of those really useful tools you'll find in the book.
And now when you're writing your book or writing other books, living your daily life, doing the decisions that you do you make decisions so that you can get a good chapter out of it?
That's not the way the writing process works, unfortunately. What I find is that a problem will spur a knowledge article. So something that I have experienced in the real world or in business or in life that has been a crisis or a learning journey, I'll then put that into the book or create a chapter out of it. So it's more the experiences that may add value that turn into chapters in the book.
Sure. And what's your practical writing process when you're sitting in your office or sitting at home writing?
There's a lot of different ones. So it started off with a laptop and being confined to a desk, but that's not really creative. Then it ended up being wherever I was, I'd have a smart pen and a piece of paper, and I'd just kind of write wherever I was. I find that the writing process is variable and it needs to be fluctuate. It can't be the same. So I won't always, for example, write at my dining room table. Sometimes I write in the evening, sometimes I write in the morning. But what I do find is that you always have to write if you want to be a writer. You can't think, well, I've got nothing on my mind today, so I can't say anything. Often writing the first words leads to an idea which generates or opens the floodgates for something else to happen. Also, you need to realize that your writing is a bundle of pages in a book that nobody's read yet. And if you write rubbish in the middle, you can always rip them out and replace them. So you don't have to write the entire thing beginning to end as the final edited version in one sitting. Writing is a process. You write the first draft to get it on paper, and then you improve.
Sure. And as a writer, what's been your biggest challenge?
One of my biggest challenges as a writer is marketing and promoting myself as an author. It's really difficult to get people to buy your book, because if you're faced with a choice of a million titles, which one are you going to choose? You'll take the ones your friends last recommended, you'll take the most popular, you'll buy the one whose name you trust, or a book from somebody you read the last time. So getting your name out there as an author is a really, really difficult task. And I found that trying to break through that is probably about the most difficult thing that I've ever had to tackle.
Yeah. And now young authors out there who want to sort of market themselves, become entrepreneurs with their writing, where do they go to get funding? Because that's a huge thing.
I can't answer that question. I've had no funding for any of my books. In fact, I've probably spent more money on my books than I've made. But you write because you want to. Write from the heart first, not with the ideas of the dollar signs in your mind. Write because you've got something to say, not because you think you want to be an author. And write for yourself. Don't change your writing because you think that other people may or may not like it. If you start changing your writing, it starts becoming not genuine. And recently I found that my writing has started reflecting my own character, and those articles have become the most popular. So if some words of advice to people who are writing: firstly, decide why it is you want to write. If you want to be a great author, start now. Don't let anybody put you off. Never, ever, ever give up. Write and write and write, and don't stop until you get where you want to be.
And how important is social media now as an author of books? Now there's a digital age. How does that work?
Well, social media will help you get your message or your platform across, perhaps merely just to identify yourself as an author to your target audience. But don't forget that you really are communicating in a sea full of communication where you are a tiny speck in a global windstorm. So in order to get yourself known, pick a particular niche audience to which you can relate. Relevance is the thing that connects people, not information.
Sure.
Social media, the lifespan of a tweet or a social media blast is milliseconds. It's going to start and it's going to be over very soon. So unless you're a Kanye West or unless you're a Beyonce, you're not going to get millions of followers overnight. Create relevance first. In that social media storm, you have to find something people want to connect with.
And can we expect another book from you anytime soon?
You can expect 2. So I've written 3 non-fiction books. I'm busy working on the 4th, and I'm finalizing the non-fiction book, which is how to create, manage, fix, and grow your small business.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Adam. I hope all the entrepreneurs and all the writers out there learned a lot from you. I definitely did.
Thanks, it's been a pleasure.
Sure. Well, that's all from me and from Adam right here on The Big Interview.